In the US, impeachment managers with the House of Representatives have filed a brief laying out their arguments for the charges against President Donald Trump. Now, the Senate trial has formally begun, with opening statements expected on Tuesday. In their briefing document, the Democrats say Trump abandoned his oath and must be removed from office to safeguard the integrity of the 2020 election. Well, the White House released a statement from Trump in response, saying that the articles of impeachment submitted by House Democrats are a dangerous attack on the right of the American people to freely choose their president. This is a brazen and unlawful attempt to overturn the results of the 2016 election and interfere with the 2020 election, now just months away. Harry Littman is a former US attorney and host of Talking Feds podcast. He says Trump's response to the summons was unsurprising and that it'll be at least 2 weeks until there's a vote on whether witnesses are called.
There's really not much in the answer to the summons that we haven't heard before, including its pugnacious tone. They really strike out at the House managers for daring to have initiated this process, which they try to portray as something of a constitutional hijacking. So it's a very aggressive tone, but no more or less than we've heard from them in recent months. So it will be after these opening statements, which are that makes them seem maybe shorter than they are. That'll be 2 weeks of proceedings. At that point, by far the majority of the Republican-controlled Senate would love to, if they could, just shut it down and say we've heard enough. But there are 3 or 4 or 5 Republicans who may feel otherwise, and it is, after all, a pretty compelling position. If there's important testimony out there, why not hear it? So the majority leader, Mitch McConnell, may not be able to prevent a motion to hear some testimony. And if you were gauging the kind of behind-the-scenes movement over the last week, you would say that it seems to be moving in the direction of at least having some witnesses. There are a few so-called moderate Republicans who seem in favor of it, and they themselves are buffeted by political winds from districts where it's not so monolithically for Trump, and they need to portray themselves as being not in lockstep with a very unpopular president other than within the Republican Party.